You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think the War Tycoon boats might have just hit a brand new low with this update, and I always like to make my complaint videos about every single thing that's added to this game, but you guys already know that's how I am. We have recently been having a lot of boats in War Tycoon, which people have overall just been complaining, because the only usable ones which we had were the USS Independence and the USS Zumwalt, and then with this maybe sometimes the Barracuda, because the new players are obviously using it. However, with the brand new addition of submarines, what War Tycoon has essentially added to this game is basically being able to stay underwater with absolutely no punishment while firing torpedoes in the water, allowing ships to pretty much be useless in a sense. I'm just gonna get straight to the point in this video. The ships right now are in a useless state just because they have no way in which they could actually counter the submarines, and to me this feels like a very weird game design. It almost feels like the update in a sense kind of gotten rushed, because the fact is, in real life there are some counters that the boats will be having to submarines, and that's going to be stuff like an actual radar, or just going to be having depth charges, or there's some different types of ships which are literally made for creating mines for these submarines, so you could actually get to destroy them instead of them just sneak attacking you in a sense. And I'm not even making this video to even hate, but the ships right now are pretty much in an unusable state. Like the USS Independence and the USS Zumwalt used to be somewhat viable, but getting exactly 80% if not 100% of your health taken away really just doesn't sit well with me, because the fact is, if you guys literally erased every single boat from War Tycoon, literally remove this feature from the game, I don't think it will make a single difference. This game would actually end up staying the same, but you know, it would be really stupid of me to actually complain and not give a solution. So in this community post, I actually asked you guys, how many of you actually think that the submarines are currently too OP, and do you think they need a nerf in a sense? And exactly 67%, 2/3 of you guys have actually said that the submarines are way too OP and they should basically add a limit to how long you can stay underwater. That was kind of my idea. However, there are some other good ideas that you guys suggested, such as actually adding depth charges. I really enjoyed that idea. I also enjoyed the idea of a sonar system for ships. I think that will be very cool. I mean, they could literally just make it work kind of similar to what they did with the longbow and a lot of our vehicles. With this, they have also talked about a lot of buffs which the ships could really receive. And another comment which I also seen is that I have been killed by submarines more than any other vehicle since the update came out. And this is actually so true. Like, my KD recently has just been ruined when I tried to use any other vehicle that wasn't a submarine. The only vehicle I was having a very good time in actually was tanks, funny enough. And in my opinion, the simple reason why the tanks are in a much better state now after this update, which might actually seem like a surprise to all of you, is because they can actually use the environment properly without any issues to actually dodge the TV missiles or just dodge the other missiles, which can be kind of slow, but also the APS can clearly intercept them. So right now, the tanks are in a way better state than they have ever been in, because the brand new submarines are kind of cutting the use of planes. And same with helis, which was pretty much a big counter to the tanks for a very long time. Stuff like the longbow, it's now suffering quite a lot because it's a very slow vehicle, so the TV missiles can just easily catch up with them. But yeah, right now I'm really not liking the meta and how we're standing, especially with the boats. I feel like some vehicles benefited from this, but most of the vehicles in this game have just become really unusable. And I really hope in the next update, War Tycoon will be also making a lot of changes to how the current system works. However, there is one problem, and that's that the team is currently out for RDC this week, meaning that they're only going to be working on other polishes and bug fixes. And I really wonder what focusing on polish actually means. They're probably just going to be fixing bugs and giving us some balance changes. I would probably not be expecting a lot more, or even adding any type of counter vehicles and ways in which the submarines could work better. But anyway, once again, I really do hope that this game will get better over time. This was our biggest update. I feel like War Tycoon is once again in a better state than it's been in terms of player base. Now we just gotta fix the problems which the submarine update created. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below whatever suggestions you guys actually have in order to fix the submarines right now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my channel members, and make sure to join the Discord. There are a lot of things that you could actually do to interact with me.